Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's Flap Toy Review. And yes, as I'm making this video, it feels like that this is actually prior to the 2 fireworks events videos that I've actually got coming up though, later on my YouTube channel. It's actually going to be quite an arduous and complex looking task to produce these types of videos on YouTube, because I'm going to be doing these types of videos via Windows Movie Maker. Definitely a Thunderstorm webcam activity video spin-off, because, you know, it's not summertime here, it's pretty much autumn time, and we are coming up towards winter time. But anyways, I've actually got a lot of flip-flop toys to review, so let me just grab the webcam here. Normally I tend to cover the webcam, but strangely enough, I don't know why, but I'm just going to film here because, you know, I don't know about you, but how much space would I even take to basically review a flip-flop toy review? I think the chances of getting a good flip-flop toy review is pretty much minimal, I would say. I can still see Trackmaster Luke chugging along the way here. He's putting like almost like the same freight cargo goods train, whatever we're going to call it, Actually, it's like the same type of train that I've used for my fireworks type videos, yes, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the flip-flop toys. And funnily enough, I've still got a frog in my throat, but I'm actually still feeling quite better at the moment, But let's take a look at one of the first products there, And I think the first photo we're going to be taking a look at is this one here. It's a Canada and Greylag Goose mixed flock with hybrids and domestic feral geese 12-pack, and it's from the British Wildlife Collection toy range of the Flip-Up Origami, Flapping Birds toy range as well. And it costs about £15, which in a sense isn't that too bad. Of course, I know it's quite expensive. There's some more top of the artwork here. I can see some Canadian geese next to the coronavirus, and we've got like, it's like quite a realistic looking Greylag goose. Interesting, isn't it, And there's the back of the packaging here, I don't know about you, but it actually reminds me of that one video that Stuart Ashton has actually made, like, you know, it was like some sort of weird Easter special video. It was like a freaking Bump and Go Goose. It was like a knockoff toy, and boy, it actually played like, well, a very certain tune from the 90s that I can easily tell. But anyways, here's the back of the packaging there. Looks like you get some hybrid geese. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what we've got. And also domestic geese as well. And we've got like 4 different variations here of geese, which is actually fairly nice. And the reason why I've made so many geese is because, well, I didn't have that much chance, but just to make loads of them. And geese are actually quite bulky looking birds. They're actually quite big birds. Not as big as swans, but that's what these guys are meant to be, There's the beautiful looking blue eye. It looks like the orange, the yellowish orangey sort of colorization. It looks like it's merging with the blue eye colorization here, which is overall interesting. I suppose blue. One goose has taken a dive, and here's our wild ancestor, the Greylag goose. It's got a bit of a brown eye. Same eye ring though, obviously, but obviously it's got the same colorization as the other Greylag Goose model that I did in a previous video. I think it was in a 12-pack, I think. So, it was actually quite fairly nice, I suppose, And, you know, I'm actually so glad to get back into geese, because obviously, if I didn't make any big birds like geese, that would be pretty boring. And here's another one there as well. That's amazing, getting so many geese here. And obviously it's a, you know, it's a domestic one. Obviously, I thought it was a leucistic geese to it. And just plain white. Can't see any scuff marks on these white geese as I'm checking them along the way, as I'm flapping those domestic looking farmyard type geese. Obviously, I'd definitely say that if I remember domestic geese actually are very heavy though. Because, you know, whenever I think of domestic geese, sorry about the fog in my throat, and the cold I've got at the moment, alright, but my sore throat is getting better and better and better. I think what's very, very worthy to note is that domestic geese are actually a lot more fatter, and I have to say they're actually a lot more heavier than wild ones, I suppose, the Greylag geese, which is quite nice though, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm just randomly flapping at the geese here. It looks quite nice. There's the overall beak. I mean, it's just the overall look of it, I suppose, And I think both species of geese have got like the same wing colorization, the same colorization here of the big black wing markings though, and the white detailing as well. And actually Greylags appear grey and brown, like a greyish brown kind of colour, or brown grey. And we've got some Canadian geese, which is fairly nice. I know, strangely enough, compared to the other previous models I did, most of them have got like pencil detailing on it though, which is, I would have preferred them if they were more like, you know, pen detailing, but there you go, looking all fairly nice. There's another one there. I think the only pen detailing is pretty much the lineage for the eye detailing, and also the name tag. Actually more like the names on their booties. Well, obviously not on their booties, but right at their bottoms, of course. And yes, obviously, as we all know, Canadian geese are fairly well-known geese from North America. Obviously, you've got the chin strap, which makes it super easily recognizable as well. Very recognizable indeed. Especially in the UK, because obviously this guy was introduced into, like, in this part of the... I don't know what I'm saying here, but I've got a strange feeling that whenever I think of Canadian geese, they were introduced from... Well, I know they're introduced from North America though, but if I remember, in the UK... we've got some hybrid ones. We've got a hybrid between a Greylag and a Canadian goose. Strangely enough, I think Canadian geese first came into the UK via the... Was it the late 18th century? Like, you know, somewhere in the 1700s. After the Brits have done their good colonization across the Americas. Don't know. I might be telling you wrong here, But, oh wow, I actually like this sort of goose. This is a very nice hybridization of the two species. That looks fairly nice. The Greylag and the Canadian goose have made good hybrids, and they do exist in reality, There you go. Greylag Canadian goose or Canada goose hybrid. How cool is that one, Oh, sorry about the sniffs, but I would have preferred if this one here looks like it's missing the dark smudging sort of detailing. I would have preferred that the beak was a lot more darker like this one here, but it's actually not that too bad for a set, obviously, I would have gave it top marks, but yeah, still quite a nice set, I think one of the geese in the Canadian geese slash Greylag geese sort of hybridization, how would you say it, detailing is actually I don't know what it is, but one of the geese have actually felt like, well, the beak wasn't that dark enough for to be that sort of realistic. So that's what toys are like, Sometimes toys can be off in terms of detailing, And speaking of geese, it feels like we've got a trio of geese-themed toys. As crazy as this sounds. Got another one here. It's a Greylag goose flock feeding on agricultural crop plants 12-pack. Once again, it's a flip-flop origami Flavorist British Wilds collection toy. It's about 1 pence away from that 12-pack of Canadian and Greylag geese mixed with hybrids and domestic geese, or feral domestic geese. And there's the back of the packaging there. Of course, yes, we've got some vegetables as well. I suppose it's quite a healthy looking themed product though, And what's interesting at the back of the packaging is that if you look at the geese there, it looks like they've got like a greyish slash brown sort of colorization there, looking all fairly nice with those realistic wings as they fly throughout the whole sky. Mind you, we're getting a lot of geese toys. I suppose in reality, a lot of geese are coming into this country just to escape the cold winters of Scandinavia. So the northerly birds fly south, and that's fairly nice indeed. And lots and lots of different food too, eh? Actually, I might examine the foods before I should have a look at the geese. I know I might be thinking, oh, I've already had a look at the geese, but let's take a look at the foods that come with the set. Okay, so we've got these two thingamajigs. I think they're actually based on wheatgrass, because that's what geese would normally tend to eat. A pair of wheatgrass. Fancy that. Obviously, I thought it was something completely utterly strange. It looks like a green carrot, but it's actually a piece of wheatgrass. So you get two of these. And then you've also got two of these potatoes as well. That's interesting, isn't it, though, eh? Getting those. Got that sort of yellow and blackish, brownish sort of colorization here, eh? Just look quite realistic, though, eh? None on the other side, though, eh? Same thing on the other side as well, on this other model here as well. To be honest, they're actually made in the same sort of design as those shortwords I was making, though, eh? In quite a lot of eons that I've made. Quite a lot of videos before, eh? And we've also got some cabbages here as well. Looks like a Savoy cabbage, if you ask me, eh? And it also looks quite flower-like. Okay, so maybe the whole aspect about this model is that it looks completely flowery, but it is a cabbage, really, though, eh? They're meant to be cabbages. And I think these are meant to be based on real-life Savoy cabbages, though, eh? Those great big thick leaves. Good-looking leaves. And the main plant is right over there. Okay, so it looks like a loose cabbage that you find in the supermarkets and stuff. Fancy that. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Greylag geese. Once again, I mean, we've already seen it before, eh? But it's actually looking like a very nice looking toy. And as I'm, you know, horribly clearing my voice, though, eh? After I was so intensifyingly super excited, watching those fireworks, I was like, woohoo! And I was like, cool crackies! And when there was a great big firework that just exploded right, you know, it didn't explode right towards me, but just exploded right at the distance towards me. How weird would that be? And mind you, I was pretty much totally excited. But I bet you what, though, eh? I don't know what it is, but I've got a funny feeling that I feel like I was screaming outside, though, watching fireworks, though. I bet there'll be a whole bunch of neighbors saying, "Stop screaming, Owen!" Actually, did I say the word stop properly, eh? Stop screaming! Oh, that's better, eh? Yeah, it actually looks quite nice once again. Very similar detailing. But, I think the overall difference is that these guys, they don't actually use the, you know, the pen detailing they had with the 12-pack. You know, the other geese that I actually did with the 12-pack. Those guys, like I did with the other product there, which cost about £15, unlike that 12-pack of Greylag geese, the standalone product I did in October, those guys here, they've got like pencil detailing which has been smudged and smeared just to look it quite nice, though, eh? I don't know what I'm pretty much talking about there, but my throat's gone a bit funny, eh? But what I can do is pretty much plonk the cabbages onto the Greylag goose. Ooh, looks like they're eating it. Yummy! Mmm. Very weird, funny eating sounds by me. I mean, it's not necessary. Oh, you know what? I can just pretty much plonk the goose's beak, and just have a cabbage on it. Alright, how weird is that? Well, reality physics don't work like that. In fact, physics sort of work like that with my hands. And whoever knows the law of physics, well done. I don't know about you, but looks like I'm pretty much enduring this absolute torture while making this absolute frightful video, eh? Because obviously I'm still pretty much making so many flip-up toys and crockies. I'm just too busy. Well, that goose product has landed towards the radio, eh? I don't want that product to burn and die off, eh? But before I can pick that one up, we've got another flip-up Origami British Wild Collection themed toy. It's not a Flappy Birds toy, because it costs about £14. Not only that, but it's called a Swimming and Bred Brawling Canadian Geese, or Canada Goose Flock 12-pack. And there you go, that's the price I talked about that one, eh? And there's, there you go, that's the back of the packaging now, eh? With those birds. And I actually made these products though just before. Actually, that was during when the fireworks display was starting, I suppose. Originally, I was going to have like 12 Canadian geese, but no. I only done 6 because we didn't have the right amount of paper. And, don't you know, we've got a bit of bread as well. 6 white bread loaves. Oh my goodness me. How is this good for wildlife, eh? Feeding geese and ducks with bread, even other birds with bread though, eh? Oh wow, it's like another one trip to the park in a nutshell while carrying loads of bread. How weird would that be? I bet these guys are gonna develop angel wing feathers though, eh? Which doesn't sound good, but they're supposed to be bread. You just, you know, plonk, you know, the bread onto the water, and then the geese would just start loving it though, eh? And funnily enough, I've actually made 6, actually more than 6 pieces of bread though, eh? They're pretty much the same. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, that's an extra bread! You know, I'm actually whipping this one out. Can't have extra breads. Oh my goodness me. Sorry you guys, are quite triggered of me whipping pieces of components. But I just can't have like, you know, 7 pieces of bread where I've got like 6 pieces of bread just to make up the 12-pack theme. Okay, so that's all I've got. Just 6 pieces of bread, okay? And not 7. Okay, so let's move on to the geese. There you go, looking all fairly nice. Although they look quite scribbly, I was having so many attempts to get the goose to look good. You know, obviously the brown colorization here is, therefore it's a nice welcome. Looks like the eye's got a bit fainted. Same the other side here as well. Yes, completely and utterly fainted that one away. It doesn't look quite too healthy, that goose. Maybe he's suffering from some sort of condition from the eye that he's, you know, suffering from. Oh my goodness me, it doesn't look good with that geese with the eye like that one, eh? And the packaging actually told me there's actually some various variations on the colours though, and the colour may vary on the body though, eh? Because, you know, that's what I'm thinking of that one, eh? That's another nice view of the Canadian geese with that very good brown looking bulging eye. Same with this one here, okay? Obviously you can plonk the bread onto the goose's beak, even though you might be thinking, that's just too big. But nevertheless, these products aren't dodgily made, they're actually quite legitimately good. Whenever I think of bread and geese. Nice to keep these guys warm in winter, but if you're feeding these guys, please do be careful, because feeding too much bread can cause angel wing feathers to spread easily. And that's not a good, you know, sign, isn't it? And it would actually make the bird struggle to fly. But I might be totally wrong there. But that's how I can really tell, I suppose, Funny enough, the wings looks like they've been completely and utterly scribbled. I don't know why they're scribbled, which is quite strange indeed, to me, but it really is a complete and utter nutshell on what flip-up is. I thought there's 5 and 6 and just counting the breads here, because just putting the breads back there, and I'm just pretty much running late and all, because obviously I've just woken up about 8:30, and I was meant to do a toy review at that time, but mind you, as we're going up towards winter time, it's going to be completely difficult for me to basically do good toy reviews. And it's actually getting quite cold. I think as I woke up it was about 8 degrees today. Ooh. Oh, it's gone under the heater again, Might have to pick that one up sooner or later again. And last, but by no means least, we've got, oh yes, one of the best Origami Christmas themed products. And it also relates back to the Penguin Cup World franchise. Hooray! Spreading jolliness makes a great future. And it's called the Santa Penguin Claus Grotto and Gift Set 12-pack. That's amazing. £8.95 because it's a very festive sort of theme, or Christmas sort of theme product. And there's the back of the packaging, which looks like so. We've got a blue and green present. I wonder what's inside. And yeah, it looks quite nice. We've got some penguins. Maybe they're pretty much singing carols without even holding Christmas carol books. Maybe they're just pretty much greeting up with Santa at his grotto. That's amazing. There you go, a green and a red penguin meeting up with another red penguin, who is, of course, Santa Claus. Okay, let's go ahead and unpack this and see what we've got, because I know that this product is actually looking quite good and festive looking at all times. Boy, I had some very good festive themed products along the way, eh? Oh, that was just me sniffing though, just to get rid of the cold. Okay, so let's see the overall major components of this set. Obviously, we've got a green penguin. Okay, it's very interesting though that I can pretty much plonk the Santa hat like that. That looks quite nice. We've got two Santa hats. It's quite good, all sorts of accessories. It looks quite nice whenever I think of it. Quite spectacular looking as well. Very nice and festive looking as well. I'll put there on the edge just in case he's gonna commit suicide, but I hope he's not going to, eh? I've got two red penguins here. I don't know which one of these is Santa Claus here, eh? I'm just checking for height-wise, I suppose, eh? Those red penguins. I suppose this one here might be completely and utterly amazing. I'd definitely say I might try and go with this one here. I might go with the overall scarf. Let's see if I can pretty much. I think in the back of the packaging, it actually told me you can actually mix and match those types of toys, which in a sense it's fairly good, because mixing and matching makes it quite good for a toy, really. It actually makes me sort of classify these toys as very good for toys. And there you go, look at that penguin. Looks like he's about to get strangled from that that scarf, which looks quite... oh. I don't know about you, but that penguin looks like he's completely and utterly strangled with that scarf on. But nevertheless, that's all I can do, really, eh? It's quite a nice accessory, nevertheless, that one, eh? It is fairly good. I mean, I just can't fault it. It's just a scarf. I mean, the penguin's sort of struggling there along the way, eh? But that's all I can do, eh? But we've also got some other components here. We've got Santa Claus. Obviously, I'm just going to make up the penguin. If he was Santa Claus, there's his beard as well. I should do a Sensei themed product though, and have like a permanent beak. You know, by just making a beak that can be added, and you can sort of plonk it onto the model here, right? Oh yes, that is actually really clever. Let me try and add the moustache onto his beak. Look at that. Look at that, guys! Crockies, can you believe it? Look at that Santa Claus penguin there! Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! How could this not be Christmassy at all? But anyways, apart from Santa Claus, who looks like Jack Frost with that moustache right over there, he looks totally hilariously good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the present, because I can tell you what, I wonder what's inside. Well, the gift we've got. I suppose, I think it's a train. Obviously we've got two components here. It looks like a little toy train. Too small to be a Trackmaster or a Tomy or Take Along or Take and Play. Maybe wooden railway sort of train. Definitely not a, maybe it could be motorized. I don't think it could be a battery operated train, but looks quite nice, that sort of design. And Santa Penguin Claus has taken a bit of a dive. I've been taking myself a bit of a dive. Okay, so you should pretty much, Santa, oh no, oh, you've just pretty much, assaulted the, penguins like that, the two penguins in their winter clothing, so because they've not been nice, so they've been quite naughty this Christmas Day. Well, let's just not hope so. Overall, let's take a look at the train. It's got a yellow roof. And Santa... What's up with this bed there? It looks like the penguins are simply taking a dive there. I don't know what's going on with this whole video, Yes, obviously it's got like blue wheels on it as well. I would have preferred if the train's got like a face like those Thomas and Friends characters there, But it is quite a nice looking train. And there's the boxcar here as well. It's tender, as I looked at the back of the packaging, Lovely blue wheels and also the red detailing as well. I mean, you just can't go wrong with the extra detailing on the train. Let's see how this fits. So let's plonk those. And let's go ahead and say, ooh, yes, let's see if we can plonk. I don't know about you, but the train and the boxcar inside, that is amazing. I really like it at all times. Funnily enough, it's fairly unique, I just can't believe I'm just so glad I can produce a Christmas set this good. And I have to say, this is amazing. Oh, sorry Santa, I've been naughty for Christmas and I've just pretty much destroyed your beard and your moustache. Oh, that's alright, everyone makes mistakes. Well, I can't have you long enough for you, Santa Claus, because you're pretty much too seasonally festive, and here's your present there, just for someone to deliver, Oh, thanks. I'll be giving it to someone else, and I'll pretty much be, oh no, my beard's coming up there. Oh, I'll be alright there, Oh no. Well, I think that's about it, though, guys, I think that gift-giving scenario is over. Because, obviously, I think that's about it in this whole Flip That Toy review, And, funnily enough, that sometimes whenever I'm doing toy reviews on YouTube, they don't often work. They actually don't often sometimes work. You know, long toy reviews can make them into kids' videos. Maybe not, but, there you go. Okay? I'm just so glad I'm making some Penguin Clockwork themed Christmas products. So, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like. I know it's been quite a while though, after all of that, that massive firework display madness that I had. Crazy, isn't it though, But I have to say it was quite awesome seeing some fireworks though, I didn't manage to capture a lot of the fireworks though, that I did. I've got a couple of videos, as I said earlier before, in relationship to Bonfire Night and also the firework display that I've got on the 6th of November. But the date I'm actually making this video is, of course, the 7th of November, so that's just a day off. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now. And Crocky's Trackmaster Luke has actually gone quite sluggish already, Alright, double endings, but once again, bye again, and thanks for watching again, and bye for now. Bye.